podcast. Hey guys, Joe here from Brew Games.
And Adam.
We're on episode 19. What has science done? So let's get into it. What has science done?
Science has explored. So, the beer I got for you is the Galaxy White IPA. It is from Anchorage Brewing in Alaska. It is an ale brewed with spices. It's fermented and aged in French oak foudre, whatever.
Foudre?
Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
It is like a large wooden vat, kind of like a barrel, but it's huge. It can hold 1,000 liters of wine.
Okay.
And so it's what they used to make wine in back in the day. Now barrels, being smaller and much easier to maintain and create, have like taken over in popularity. But a way to bulk make wine, I guess. Make wine in bulk. So the spices in this are fresh kumquats, Indian coriander, and black peppercorn. It pays homage to the early explorers who sailed unknown seas in search of rare spices and exotic fruits. Captain Cook traveled from Australia to Alaska, and so have these Galaxy hops. Which is pretty crazy.
It's surprisingly light in color when it's pouring.
Yeah, that is
It's
very,
a bit
very
darker.
straw colored. So a true explorer, just as a true explorer never stands still, the bottle says, the presence of Brettanomyces, which you'll remember from the 8-wired wireless
From New
IPA
Zealand, yeah.
in episode 17,
Okay.
is also in this, which will keep the bottle ever changing for years to come.
Okay.
So this particular bottle was done in November.
So Brett was the weird yeast that was normally bad, but then they found a way to wrestle it into being a good yeast.
Yes, that is the one. So this got a 99 on Rate Beer.
Okay.
And 404 on Beer Advocate.
So there's no entry for it?
No, Beer Advocate was down for maintenance.
Oh,
so.
okay. So would it be a 404 or would it be like a...
No, it'd be something
a
else, but I thought it was funny just to have the name.
Yeah.
But it's 7%. It's got an IBU of 50. And it did cost $20, but they are importing the hops from Australia and then sending the beer down to Alberta. So it's quite the travel it's got there.
It is, yeah. When you think about it, a lot of beers are getting barley from Alberta. So...
Are they?
Yeah.
Alberta
Alberta's the number one barley producer and supplier for craft beer.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so big companies like Sierra Nevada, Lagunitas, I think even Oscar Blues, they all get their barley from Alberta. And so we ship it down there, they make it into a beer, and it comes back up here, and we pay a premium for it.
I sure do. I knew Canadian used Alberta beer. They have it on their or Alberta grain. They have it on their advertisements, but...
many, many breweries all around the world... because Alberta has the perfect climate for our barley,
prairies, right?
And we have the best barley in the world. So
nice.
It's a nice little trivia.
Yeah, good to know. I did not know that. So how is it?
It is definitely worth $20.
Really?
It's definitely worth that 99 score. It's just so clean and refreshing. If you want to take a sip.
It is 750 ml, by the way, not the 650 bomber. If that's...
I remember the Bretts. I don't know if it's because it came from New Zealand, but it had that weird smell to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a dank smell kind of thing. But this thing is it's delicious. It's kind of dangerous in a way.
Yeah.
I could just sit there and just...
That is good.
You can go through a bottle of this easily.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah, if you can find that...
7% doesn't feel like 7% at all. It feels like a 5.5 maybe.
Yeah. You don't taste the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's not a punch you in the face IPA. It's not like... Even though
even though
it's from the West Coast, because Anchorage is on the West Coast, it doesn't taste like a West Coast IPA.
Yeah, those spices are like doing nice things with that Galaxy hops. That's
Coriander, and it sounded like you were going to say when I tried to say kumquats.
the kumquats. Yeah, coriander, kumquats, peppercorns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's delicious.
If
So,
you can find this.
if you can find this,
get it.
Yeah, definitely pick it up. Definitely pick it up. Yeah, well, let's go into your beer.
Okay. You've kept it hidden from me. I don't know what it is.
So what has science done?
What has science done?
What has science done? They've created fire water.
Ooh.
So from Evil Twin Brewery, coming out of South Carolina, we have a pale ale infused with jalapenos.
Nice. I love it already. I love spicy food.
Yeah, so
this is definitely me.
I've been holding onto this bottle for quite a while. Actually found it at Kensington Wine Market,
Okay.
which every once in a while I end up in that store and always surprised about what kind of craft beer they have there that I don't tend to find anywhere else.
Okay.
So I don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf there, because I know a lot of their beers had quite the layer of dust on them.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's because they were doing renovations or anything in there or what, but
Could be. Give them the benefit of the doubt.
yep.
Not a very good pour on my part. But it's okay. So what has science done? I see a thing here.
Description on the side. So let's read his here. Many of us have a passionate love-hate relationship with painfully spicy food. There's simply something substantial, fascinating, thrilling, and a little frightening about a burning sensation in your mouth. Scientists are at a loss why humans, and only humans, find such great joy in tasty pain. Perhaps what makes us human. It takes a complicated brain mixed with weird self-awareness to enjoy events that the body are programmed to treat as a threat, but the mind knows better. Test your human skills with this burning beer, mind over body, fire walk with me. So it sounded like you were almost breathing fire there for a second.
It's I do love spicy food. Like the fast food at like Wendy's, like the spicy chicken is not spicy to me. Like I like real spicy food. This is spicier than I thought it would be.
Okay.
Like for a drink. It's I don't get a habanero or a jalapeno taste. I get more of like a habanero taste if you want to try. But that is interesting.
The nose is definitely jalapeno.
I couldn't smell too much personally, but I was not expecting such a kick from that.
Wow. It just like goes directly to the back of your throat.
Yeah.
It just kind of like has a little party.
Yeah. That's cool.
Actually, that's really cool, yeah.
It's something I might have to get my dad, actually, because he likes spicy food.
Yeah. So I think I found this for about between $13 and $15.
Okay, yeah. I don't see myself getting multiple bottles.
No. This is another one where it's like one of those like novelty beers, right?
Yeah, like
it's great to have
sriracha,
it once.
Yeah.
And, although this thing kicks the shit out of the sriracha beer.
Yes, it does, for sure.
Sorry, Rogue, but that was just... I didn't have this year's edition. We had last year's edition, but after last year's edition, I wasn't interested in having this year's edition.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't get this for me, but I would get this for other people to try.
Yeah.
Because it is very unique.
It's very unique, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, wow, thank you.
Awesome. So, that'll do it for the beers.
I will.
Let's get into games.
Let's do it.
So, you challenged me to...
Spintires.
Yes.
Which I was hoping you would play at the LAN, but we never got around to.
Yeah, so we didn't get a chance to play at the LAN, but we did get a chance to play it online.
Yep.
And,
it's not quite as fun online, but...
I think you're right that if I had just tried to jump into it by myself, which I was planning to do, but never found the time to do, it would have been very overwhelming and difficult.
Yeah.
To the point where I'd be like, fuck this game, I'm out. But being online with you and I can't remember who we were with.
Sean joined us for a while, and Redmond, Dave.
In Redmond, yeah. So for the first, I'd say 20 minutes, even though you guys were like kind of like teaching me like over mumble what to do, I was still just like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
But after about 20 minutes, something just like clicked.
And you
And I
just
think
started
it's-
trucking. Like I was following you, and you were like trailing, like blazing ahead.
Yeah,
And
so I think
and
it's
got
because
stuck behind
like
you.
like you're like, yeah, you just go ahead, I'll follow you. And I was like, I didn't really know the camera system. Like it's kind of a janky camera system, and so I didn't know like how far behind you were. And I was trying to like use the map, but I didn't know like how far you'd go, how much in the map that would be.
Yep.
I didn't have any relation there, so like I ended up overshooting a couple of my turns, and then through circumstances, like you got stuck somewhere, and then Sean had to go, and then Redmond was like half there, half not, and I just started just like trucking around by myself.
Yep.
And I learned how to play the game actually, but if I had like just trucked off by myself without having you guys like kind
At
of
the very start.
in standby and like telling me like, yeah, like release the like parking brake,
Yeah.
which would have taken me like forever to figure out. Yeah, it's pretty cool game. I definitely want to get back into it again, and I want to actually challenge myself to play it solo.
Okay.
I remember like last year when we were at Frega, and Pat had to work the door after hours, and he had it on his laptop, and he was just playing it by himself.
It's doable.
And it actually was kind of interesting watching him like play it by himself. I don't know how much fun he was having, but I mean,
That is one way to do it.
Yeah.
I think a better way to challenge yourself, because we played the very first map,
yeah,
is to play a different map. Because some of those maps get hard, man. There's like a flood level where you have to kind of guess where the road was because the water is so high, and if you go off, then you sink your truck,
oh, okay,
and you can't see. There's absolutely no way
to see through the water, yeah,
to see. You just have to kind of guess. So I think the road would have gone this way, and sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't.
right,
Or there's a quarry level where you have to go down into the very bottom of the quarry.
Okay.
And it's like
Load
kinda
up and then come back up.
And come back up, and you fall off the cliff many times
okay.
because there's not trees to stop you. It's just if you start to go, you just
You
go.
just slide and go, yeah,
So I think that's a better way to challenge yourself with a group,
right,
because you do need people to rescue you or kind of help you out. It would take too long to do it by yourself, I think.
Yeah.
But
because eventually you probably end up with like 5 trucks in the bottom of the quarry. Because
Well,
each
you
truck
can-
you keep
yeah.
trying to bring back to the other truck, you keep like sliding off and
Yeah.
crashing.
it's also nice to have someone like unlocking the viewpoints and other people unlocking the garage with better trucks
Right.
while you're kind of trucking along, kind of teamwork type
Yeah.
deal, and people can rescue each other as needed. But
Yeah. So you think of it like an RTS in a way, like Age of Empires and stuff. You have a scout that goes out just like
yeah, that's
opening
right.
up the map.
Yeah.
Then you have other guys that work together, and you have one guy that can go off by himself, and gatherers and attackers, and yeah,
We might have to play at Frag, play a harder level.
we have to. Yeah, we definitely have to like get a group together and play that thing. So,
So would you recommend it?
I would definitely recommend it. Super simple game in a way, but also can be complicated and challenging. So like games like that are like really really cool, I think, and it's not very expensive.
No, it goes
Right.
on sale for, I want to say $13. I don't think I've ever seen it. Super
Yeah,
cheap,
like $13,
$5 type deal,
$15
but
kind of thing. I think full price is less than 30,
Yeah,
like $25 or $28. So even at full price, like it's definitely worth it. I know like if you don't know anything about the game, then it's a tough sale.
It
but
sounds really lame because you're just
Yeah.
like you're trucking logs through like mud in northern Russia,
yeah,
and you're like, well, like that sounds like Euro Truck Simulator or something like that. It's
Yeah.
not something I would enjoy, and it's not my style of game at all. But I actually do have a lot of fun playing it. So.
yeah. There's something about it that's different, and maybe it just comes down to the physics. Like the physics in that game is like pretty intense. So
Yeah, there's also a hardcore mode if you really want to challenge yourself,
yeah,
where you cannot rescue trucks.
okay.
And you have to load the logs with your crane. You can't
You can't just have
the
it like
PC
automatically load.
just spawn logs on your
Okay.
truck once you reach your destination.
Fair enough. So yeah, pick it up whether it's on sale or not. Summer sale is right now, so there's a good chance it'll be on sale. So
Yeah. Again, $13. I don't think I've ever seen it below that. So
Yeah.
I don't think you'll see it for $5 or
But even
anything,
still, like
but
$13,
it's worth it.
it's worth it. Yeah. Awesome. So
Right.
the game that I challenged you to.
Was Bulletstorm, which is made by People Can Fly, which is the studio name. They were
Okay.
known as Epic Games Poland for a while,
Okay.
and it's the same studio that made Painkiller.
Okay.
I don't think I ever played Painkiller. I remember seeing it. I don't think I ever
I remember,
played it.
yeah, seeing it and hearing of it, but never played it myself either.
So I'm not sure where to start, because it seems like every time I review a game, I start off on a bad note. But this time,
So-
I really did start off on a bad note, because it uses games for Windows Live. And it's
Yeah, that's just terrible.
the worst thing ever. So I launched the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have to, if you want to play online, you have to sign into games for Windows Live. And I'm like, fine, I have no intention of playing online.
Yeah.
I can skip this. No, you can't. They say if you want to play online, but no, it's if you want to play the game, you have to sign into games for Windows Live.
Because it tracks probably achievements and bullshit like that too, or.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so you have to enter your credentials, and you click OK, and that brings you to enter your CD key.
Okay.
So you get that from Steam, you type that in, and then you hit OK, and then it tells you that your password was wrong. So you go back and try
Do the
another
process
password
all over
and
again?
enter your CD key again, and I couldn't remember my password because it's been a long time since I've used games for Windows Live.
Yeah.
So I tried to reset your password. Well, that took me to a website that didn't load, didn't exist anymore. So I brute forced my password after a while. I finally remembered it.
Yeah.
Got it going. I'm like, okay. So got started, and it instantly reminded me of like it's like a shooting game, but there's like you get this whip type thing, and the
Okay.
game gives you bonuses for like certain types of kills
Okay.
and all that. But it instantly reminded me of like a bro game,
Okay.
like your college frat boy Call of Duty Gears of War type
Right.
game.
Okay.
And it's like it starts the storyline and you're betrayed, and then you're supposed to spend the whole game like trying to get your
Avenging.
revenge.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, like I really care, right? Like, and if you hide behind something, your health goes back to full. It's no health system.
So
it's
like
just the kind of
Gears of War style.
Gears of War, some of the Call of Duties, yeah,
Yeah.
that type deal. And then I found out looking it up later, that this game came out in 2011, and then this studio helped make Gears of War Judgment in 2012.
Okay.
So I feel like this was just the guinea pig for the next
Like a
Gears of
tech
War.
demo
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
So like I wasn't having a whole lot of fun playing it, so I decided I'm gonna stop for the day. I'm gonna like come back tomorrow with like fresh
Fresh
I
eyes,
got my
yeah.
login. Now I'm not gonna be like
Frustrated from that, yeah.
I'm gonna start again. And so I did, and eventually you meet a female character voiced by Jennifer Hale, who does Bastila on the Knights of the Old Republic,
Okay.
and she's the female shepherd on Mass Effect.
Okay.
She's Lei on Diablo 3,
Oh, really?
and she's Ophelia on Brutal Legend, which
Okay.
you play.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool that she was in this game.
Nice.
But again, I still felt the same. It's like you go up and it tries to like make you seem like you're this big badass doing all these crazy kills, getting
Yeah.
all these points for all these epic kills, but really
Right.
it's just a boring shooter.
So,
It's
do
like-
you think this game is like, it would have been good when it first came out, but now it's like past its prime?
Could be. I don't know when did the first Gears of War come out?
Well, Judgment is, what, the second one?
I don't know, to be honest.
I'm not even sure. Probably, I want to say 2007 or 8.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, 2007.
Yeah.
So this is 2011. This is 5 years later, which is then 5 years from now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 5 years ago, maybe. I'm like, what was I
Yeah, because I
playing
know like 5
ago?
years ago, I feel like there was other games that were trying to do the same thing. What was that game? There's a game, not Bulletstorm, there's another game very similar to that, where like you got rewarded for like getting certain kinds of headshots and like stylized like kills, and it was a shooter game as well, but it wasn't
Sniper
Bulletstorm.
Elite?
No, that was more like just sniping. This is like an actual like action like shooter game for Xbox. I can't remember what it was. I want to say
Beatdown or whatever it was.
something like that. Yeah,
Or the one that came out with like the Halo demo or something.
something like that. Yeah,
If you bought it, you got the Halo demo.
something like that. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
can't remember the name of it, but yeah.
Talk for a little bit. I'm gonna find it.
But yeah, there's like this game where like it was like trying to push like PvP as well. So like yeah, like go online and like be the king of online with all these like stylized kills and like the more often you get these kills, like you have like a timer and a multiplier. But if you don't get any like stylized kills for a while, like the multiplier goes back down to 1. But the more you get like in succession, like it increases your multiplier and you get more points.
Were you a cop? Is that
There's nothing to do with being a cop in some way.
Totally,
yeah.
I'm trying to find it here.
I can't remember what it was called, but like I know that like within not even a month, the online community was like dead.
Yeah.
Like you cannot play it. It was so bad. And I know some people might be thinking like Brink. It wasn't Brink.
No.
Brink was another game that just totally flopped. They were plagued with like connection issues on day 1 all the way to like 2 or 3 weeks later, and they finally started getting a bit of a stable service. But at that time, everyone was just like, "Screw this game." Yeah. So I think Bulletstorm was probably out around the same time as that.
I'm not Crackdown, right? Yeah, is that what you're thinking about?
No, it wasn't Crackdown.
Okay, I was
Crackdown was
thinking
another
Crackdown.
game that actually was kind of cool. Crackdown was kind of similar to Saints Row in a way.
Okay.
Yeah, like Saints Row 4 borrows, well, I wouldn't say borrow, but like nods heavily towards like Crackdown.
Okay. You had me play
When you're
Saints Row
like-
3, right? Or was it 4?
I think it was it the third? Would have been the third.
I think it was the 3rd.
Yeah.
There's a new
You're
one.
like-
a new one.
You get
since-
superpowers and you can like jump really high and all this other stuff.
No.
So that was probably the next one then.
Okay.
Pretty sure I had you play Saints Row the third, and then in the fourth one, like the world is hacked. It's kind of like Matrix style kind of thing, and it just gets really weird. And
I played Saints Row the 3rd.
sorry, just trying to wave here because the camera's like super blurry. Hey, here we go. Stay in focus. Yeah. Anyways, we won't go too far into that.
Okay. I can't say I would recommend it.
No?
I think I had more fun playing like Duke Nukem Forever, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, it's my bad game for you.
I guess. About time you got some revenge, eh?
Yeah, fair enough. So, should we go into the new challenges?
Sure.
So, you mentioned about this being a kind of a bro game. Which is kind of funny
no.
because I'm going to challenge you to a game that literally has bro in the title.
Broforce?
Broforce.
Nice. Okay.
So, I played this with Dano. You guys might remember Dano from episode 14,
I don't think it was that far.
13 or 14. Threesome.
Episode 14? Yeah, you're right. But you got a good memory, man.
So me and him have played this game a couple times, and it's ridiculous. So I haven't played it solo yet, so it might be interesting to see your perspective on a solo
Okay.
point of view. And then
Yeah.
if you want to play online, we can definitely jump online and
Sure.
do it up 2-player style. We played with Xbox controllers,
Which I do have, so I'll try that.
I would recommend it just because of the style of the game.
Yeah. I
Seems like
played it.
it's more of a kind of a controller kind of shooter.
I played about 2 minutes of it on
Okay.
someone else's computer at one of the LANs. So,
Okay. So you have a bit of an idea about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of the old school, what was that game called? It was kind of based off
Kind of like Contra and stuff like that, right?
Contra, but
Side
no,
scroller
there was
shooter.
Metal Slug. That's what I'm thinking.
Metal Slug, okay.
Yeah.
It's a very, very gory game, though.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
The game I picked for you is also a gory game, so I've heard.
Okay.
I haven't played it,
Okay.
but I've seen it in a lot of places.
Okay.
It's Dead Space,
Okay.
which is
So,
a horror game.
I'll- preface this real quick saying that I've played Dead Space 3,
Okay.
but I haven't played Dead Space the original. So I'm actually kind of interested because from what I understand, Dead Space 3 is like very like tame, like toned down from even Dead Space 2 was toned down. Like Dead Space 1 apparently was like a horror game, like pretty fucking scary and stuff. So.
Okay. Well, now you can compare, I guess.
Yeah, so that'd be awesome.
I saw the unplayed games on your list. There's Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2. I didn't know there was a third one, but that's probably higher up on your list.
I didn't play it on PC, that's why.
Okay.
I played it on Xbox 360, so.
Cool.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. Me too. I haven't had a horror game since we challenged...
The one that I
was
played?
Fear. No, it was Fear.
Well, yeah, there was Fear that we challenged Daryl to.
Yeah.
And then there was the one game I got challenged to by Microsoft where I was a writer. I was like writing this book.
Oh, Alan Wake.
Alan Wake, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was our second episode.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so I'll do it for the challenges.
Yeah.
News.
Do we have any news?
We can repeat some news.
We're going to be at Fragapalooza.
Fragapalooza.
Very quick.
First weekend of August.
Second weekend of August. Not the long weekend.
Are you sure?
No. Fairly sure.
I swear, like last episode, we had
99%
this
sure.
conversation as well. And I had to like put a correction over top because you were wrong.
Okay. Do we have any other
But we'll
other
verify
news
right
while I
now
look it
on
up?
camera. So yeah, we're gonna do Fragapalooza. Our initial prize size has increased. We've added some stuff to it, and we're gonna have a booth. And if we can get back in focus here. Yeah, we're gonna have a booth there. We're gonna have some retro consoles set up for you guys to play. Planning on doing a tournament involving one of them for some of the prizes. We're gonna have some T-shirts,
Sure.
and we're not sure how we're gonna deal with those. If they're gonna be prizes or handouts or
I think we can do like mini tournament type deals.
yeah. So I think with the console games and stuff, and we're gonna have an old retro PC, Pentium 3 with a Voodoo 5 4500 HEP in it.
Nice.
Get some old school games on there, and try and do some kind of mini tournament on that as well. So, hoping to bring a lot of excitement to the LAN,
I think it'll
Should
be a
be
good
good.
time.
and
I think there's going to be a lot of people playing Overwatch. There's a lot of people last year playing
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Yeah, I think Overwatch is gonna be a big
I think so too.
game
It's
this
gonna be
year.
huge.
So yeah, let's wrap this up. Probably getting close to half an hour here.
Yeah, it's August 4th to 7th, so you're right, it is the first week.
First weekend. Okay, Fragapalooza.ca. Our site, brewgames.ca. I'm at Jay Evans.
I'm at Alpha Drake.
If you want to email us, it's brewsandgames@gmail.com. You can tweet us at brewsandgames. And until next time.
Until next time.
Cheers. You want to hit stop
on hey.
audition?
There's our banner up at the top of the Fragapalooza site. Nice.